She is here. Taylor Swift is back. The music star is back in the new football season. Taylor entered the Chiefs' first game of the season against the Ravens to the roar of fans. She climbed into a golf cart with a strong bodyguard of more than 15 people and was escorted by members of the Kansas City Police Department. Security had been put on maximum after the failed attacks on the singer and her boyfriend. It can be seen that the Kansas City Police sent a K-9 bomb squad to Arrowhead Stadium before the opening game. They brought dogs, searching every corner, especially the entrance to Geha Field, where the team's players and VIPs pass through. Fans have long been waiting for Taylor Swift to once again bring the vibrant atmosphere back to Travis's room at Arrowhead Stadium. In the end, she wowed the fans. Hundreds of thousands of live viewers fainted when Taylor's image appeared on the screen. The cameras, of course, did not miss a single moment of the brightest star. And down on the field, I bet Travis noticed the appearance of his partner Taylor. Although it would be 4 rounds before they were reunited, sparks were flying, love was in the air. Taylor Swift is getting stuck when it comes to cheering on her boyfriend Travis Kelce at Kansas City Chiefs games today. She also so happy to just be with Travis Kelce after days apart. The dream reunion in Rhode Island last weekend after the two had been apart for more than a month was the spark that sparked Taylor's Kansas landing midweek. The insider detailed Swift's feelings about throwing a party for Kelce and her friends at her Watch Hill, Rhode Island beach house. The insider shared that it wasn't just a birthday party for Blake Lively, but rather a pre-planned celebration for Swift at the end of the European leg of her Eras tour. She performed her final show in London on August 20th. Taylor has been touring and working non-stop. She loves her Rhode Island home and wanted to spend some time there while the weather is still nice and she can enjoy it, the source said. Swift was there with Gigi Hadid, Zoe Kravitz, Channing Tatum, Lively, Ryan Reynolds and more. As for Kelce, she's so happy to be reunited with him and just be together, the insider added. Kelce and Swift were last seen together at her Eras Tour show on July 18 in Gelsenkirchen, Germany. Kelce started training camp for the Kansas City Chiefs a few days later. He left her beach house to return to work but expressed his love for Swift when he gave her an adorable new nickname, Tay Tay. Taylor is so happy to be back at Travis's home in Kansas. The source shared, in part because she gets to be with her loved ones. It's great to be home again, the source said. It's great to see friends and family, spend quality time with everyone, talk, and get to download everyone's world because she's been so busy and disconnected. Travis and Taylor spent the weekend together in Pennsylvania preparing for a future project that shocked fans. Travis Kelce and superstar girlfriend Taylor Swift continued their temporary split until Thursday. The famous couple was spotted leaving Trenton Mercer Airport on Sunday night. Travis returned to Kansas City to prepare for a podcast episode with The Rich Eisen Show and New Heights. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift returned to her New York City mansion. A source exclusively tells TV's 87 that the couple is looking for a mansion in the New Hope. The area they are negotiating is 30 acres and is valued at between $4.7 million and $6 million. It is a farm and home complex with unobstructed views of the Delaware River. It is surrounded by similar farms owned by wealthy families that are extremely secure and private. The main house has 9 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, as well as an updated guest house and a stone wine cellar. Rooms are reminiscent of a simpler time, with cozy fireplaces, exposed stone details and charming wood-beamed ceilings. The property also features a luxurious pool, a beautiful pond and access to a 20-acre private lake where guests can kayak and canoe. The estate is more than a 50-minute drive from Jason Kelce's home in Haverford and sits next to Bradley Cooper's ranch. The posh neighborhood also includes a mansion owned by Taylor's close friend, Gigi Hadid's mother. The couple reportedly wants complete privacy but also not to be too far away from family and friends, which could be something they're looking forward to after they get married. Taylor is the biggest pop star in the world, but she might be gunning for an offensive coordinator gig in the future. Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce confirmed that Swift has been drawing up plays during his appearance on The Rich Eisen Show. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has previously stated that Swift dabbled in scheming up plays. Kelce has now backed up that story, telling Eisen that Swift has taken an interest in the more granular details of football. which is something that has helped her music career. She has just been so open to learning the game, Kelce said. She didn't know much about the rules and everything. I think what makes her so good in her profession is that she's so detailed in every aspect of it. From the words to the music to even the releases and music videos and everything, she's so detailed and a part of it that I think she is just curious about the profession. I know none of the plays have gotten to Coach Reed yet. If it ever does, I'll make sure everyone knows it was her creation. Kelce added that Swift might have some tunnel vision when it comes to designing plays for the tight end. That might make it tough for them to end up on Andy Reid's play sheet. She's a little biased and creates plays just for me, Kelce said. We'll see if they can make it to Coach Reid's office. With or without Swift's offensive suggestions, the Chiefs will kick off the 2024 NFL season on Thursday with a home game against the Baltimore Ravens as they begin their quest for a Super Bowl three-peat. Gracie Abrams had an out-of-body experience when she debuted her Taylor Swift collaboration, Us, during the Eras tour. In a cover story from Who What Where on Wednesday, September 4th, the Risk hitmaker, 24, opened up about debuting The Secret of Us track live with the pop star, 34, at Wembley Stadium in London in June. We wrote it the way that we played it at Wembley. Abrams told the publication, she added, to see somebody have the ability to, in a stadium, make it feel like you and her are the only two people there. That was hugely important for me to see. The Close to You performer also reflected on how the Eras tour inspired her latest album, and being able to perform it live on the Eras tour next month. I am so OMG happy that we get to do The Secret of Us on Eras just because so much of the album was undeniably inspired by the kind of energy that radiates from both Taylor herself and her fans. Are just so committed and passionate, Abrams said. Mess It Up singer revealed how performing on the Eras tour helped her conquer her fear of being on stage. I avoided it at all costs. Abrams told the publication, once she was able to get in front of the crowd, that rewired a huge chunk of my brain, not just in terms of performing, stage fright and that kind of but in my life, Abrams said. I told myself that I knew I would hate performing. I knew I would be uncomfortable every second that I was on stage. And I didn't end up feeling that way at all. For the Blowing Smoke singer, it was really lovely to be wrong. In January, Abrams told People that opening up for the Fortnite musician was an experience beyond my wildest dreams. Being a part of that tour in a tiny way has changed the course of my life in so many ways, she said. Abrams called Swift an unbelievable performer and the most generous friend. It's not lost on me that her belief in me has really just done a lot. So, I'm deeply grateful to her, forever, she said. While Trav made his international pop tour this year when he appeared at Taylor Swift's Eras tour performance in London this June, Kelce came out on stage wearing a top hat and a black suit tailcoat. During the skit, Kelce carried Swift in his arms while she appeared unconscious, then plopping her down on a red couch. But Kelce admits he feared dropping his girlfriend of about 1 year during the performance. I just didn't want to drop her when I was carrying her on that stage, Kelce said during an appearance on the Rich Eisen show on Tuesday. That would have been the most embarrassing thing I could have ever done, so just getting her to the coach was the hardest part. Swift even had reservations about letting Kelce complete the process of carrying her to the coach. According to him, when Kelce was asked if Swift ever gave him any hesitation on his confidence in completing the process, he said, "Oh, for sure. There was definitely that extra like, are you sure you want to do this?" Kelce said. However, Swift took steps to ensure that Kelce's role was minimized to avoid any serious mistake. Taylor knew when the lights are on I'm gonna have some fun, and she put me in a position so that I didn't have to do much for it to be a success. She put me in a really comfortable part of the show, Kelce added. Kelce has already had his fair share of vulnerable moments at Swift's concert tour this year. During a performance in Amsterdam in July, Kelce was seen in a suite alongside Patrick Mahomes and his wife, Brittany Mahomes. There, Kelce was seen wiping away tears during a mashup of songs on the piano at the time that fans believe were dedicated to Kelce. The relationship between the two has largely been defined by Swift's presence at Kelce's place of work so far. During an interview with Time last year, Swift opened up about the scrutiny she had received since attending many of Kelce's games. I don't know how they know what suite I'm in, she said of photographers at the games. There's a camera. Like, a half-mile away, and you don't know where it is. And you have no idea when the camera is putting you in the broadcast, so I don't know if I'm being shown 17 times or once, Swift added. I'm just there to support Travis. I have no awareness of if I'm being shown too much and pee off a few dads, Brads and Chads.